Good morning, Carmel. I'm Ava Lau, here to give you your Friday news today.
And as always, I'm Dangler. Congrats on making it to the last day before spring break, everybody. Before we get going on today's show, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Before we get started, we want to say happy birthday to everyone listed at the bottom of the screen.
Happy birthday, everyone.
For all of our future stockbrokers out there, this will be an especially interesting story for you today.
We are talking about the sentencing of Sam Bankman-Fried heading to prison for scamming customers of FTX, his digital trading platform.
After he was convicted of fraud and conspiracy last November, Bankman-Fried was originally proposed to be sentenced to 150 years in prison, but yesterday a judge changed that sentence to 25 years instead. He was also ordered to forfeit $11 billion in assets.
Bankman-Fried started FTX as a crypto trading platform to, quote, revolutionize cryptocurrency. However, in November of 2022, his business collapsed, leaving users and investors short of $11 billion. He was arrested a month later.
Moving to big news, the solar eclipse is April 8th. Let's check out a package that has everything you need to know, and then we'll send it over to weather with Sophie and Lauren, and then over to entertainment.
Hello Greyhounds, I'm Dangler taking a quick break from the news desk to fill you in on everything you need to know for the upcoming eclipse on April 8th. During the final day of spring break, Carmel, Indiana will be in the path of totality for the solar eclipse. This basically means that from our position on the Earth, we'll be able to see the moon fully cover the sun. The last time Carmel, Indiana was in the path of totality was 1,200 years ago. Some people believe that the total solar eclipse can be a spiritual omen for lack of clarity because the light of the sun is being blocked, while others believe it's a time for heightened introversion and a time to reflect inwards. Regardless of whether you're spiritual or not, if you plan on viewing the eclipse, make sure to use the proper eye protection, because looking at a solar eclipse can cause what's called solar retinal blindness and can last up to 3 to 6 months with permanent loss of vision in some portions of the eye. The Civic Square in downtown Carmel will be having a free viewing event starting at 10 a.m. and lasting until 5 p.m. Remember that there will be an increase in traffic from people coming in to watch the eclipse, and there's a chance cell service could be spotty, so stay safe while you enjoy the eclipse, Greyhounds.
Good morning, Greyhounds. I'm Lauren Wolfingal. And I'm Sophie Parker, and we're back with your last CHTV weather update before spring break. Now, if you're staying in Indy over spring break, you can expect temperatures within the mid-50s and a few rainy days. If you're going to Florida and Seaside, the temperatures are looking to be in the mid-80s with the UV being 9 to 10 each day. Now, after making it all the way out of the country to Punta, you can expect temperatures in the high 80s and a UV index in between 11 and 12, so make sure you wear your sunscreen. And Greyhounds, in Carmel, a once-in-a-lifetime solar event is happening on Monday. A total solar eclipse will be able to be seen from Carmel, Indiana, and it'll be dark for about 7 to 8 minutes. So make sure you grab your solar viewing sunglasses from your teachers today during SRT, so you can make sure that you can look at the sun during this event. If you do have the glasses, you can look at the sun and you'll be able to see things like solar flares and solar explosions on the sun's surface, and you'll also be able to see the planet Venus and a comet that will be flying by the sun at the same time. That's all we have for you today, Greyhounds. We'll see you after break. Now let's send it back to the studio.
Good morning, Greyhounds. I'm Selah Kearby, back with your CHTV entertainment update for today. Speaking of the weather, with the incoming warm weather comes flocks of geese. I'm sure many of you have noticed that all the geese seem to be invading. They get in the way of roads, sidewalks, and stare you down constantly. To learn more, let's send it over to Charlie.
Greyhounds, as many of us already know, geese are everywhere, especially around Carmel High School. But why is that? According to Adam Phelps, a biologist with the Indiana Department of Natural Resources, states that historically in pre-European settlements, these birds were native to at least the northern two-thirds of Indiana. So these birds were here before us. They migrate to Indiana from as far north as the Arctic region. Canada geese's main diet is grass, and they can also do damage to turf. In the early 1960s, these birds were almost extinct, but they have since made a comeback. Geese that were tagged in Indiana have been tracked down to 40 different states and provinces. It's a federal offense to physically harm geese, so next time you see some geese, run.
Thanks, Charlie. Switching over to an exciting thing that starts tomorrow is spring break. Last time, Brenna Markland gave you some great ideas on what to do if you're staying here in Carmel, but today we have some tips on what to do if you're traveling for break.
When you're traveling, make sure that you pack appropriately to the environment that you're going to.
With the weather getting warmer, it's a really good idea to go somewhere outdoors, somewhere scenic, get away from the big city, and to enjoy your time off and have fun with leisure.
If you're going somewhere with a lot of sun, make sure to bring tons of sunscreen so that you don't burn.
One important travel tip is to make sure that you make copies of all important documents like your passports, just in case they get lost.
Make sure to stay hydrated, especially if you're going to more tropical areas.
Make sure to bring some snacks. It's no fun to be hungry in the car or on the plane.
If you're traveling outside of the country, make sure to get a digital or a physical SIM card beforehand.
To always stay alert and to be aware of your surroundings because you're in an unfamiliar place.
If you're going somewhere super tropical with high UV rays, you should always get a base tan before you go so that you don't get sun poisoning.
Especially if you're traveling somewhere else, make sure to carry cash and be safe.
Thanks, Zach Francis, for that package. Hope everyone has a wonderful spring break. Speaking of events, a fun club to get involved with if you are interested in being a health professional is HOSA. HOSA is a club that gets students ready to go into the health field, like being a doctor or a firefighter. Check out an interview that was a project from this club on CHTV's Instagram. Now we will send it over to sports with Addy Modrall.
Good morning, Greyhounds. I'm Addy Modrall with your busy sports update for today. Let's start with girls track. They won indoor state this past Saturday with a total of 60 points. Emily Norris set a new school record for the 60-meter dash of 7.73 seconds. Congrats to Lady Hounds. As for the guys, Andrew Hutzing has that update for us. Take it away, Andrew.
Hi, my name is Joel Spittle, running this time trial to make a bid for the Flash Showcase, fastest mile in the country.
Hi, this is me after the 1600. 428. We're going to Flashes.
Now on to baseball. Big home opening week for the Hounds, and they came out of 3 back-to-back games with 3 wins. They took on Chesterton, Brebeuf, and Covenant Christian on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. The guys are now 3-0. Their next matchup is on April 6th at Penn. Lacrosse also had a busy week. The girls beat Heritage Christian on Tuesday 15-6 on Teacher Recognition Night. Last night, they also squeaked out a win against Hamilton Southeastern 10-9. Now let's send him back to the studio.
Thanks, Addy. Now on to some daily announcements. The Artists Association is hosting an Easter hunt. Head to the Media Center to find drawings of eggs, rabbits, and more hidden around. Take the drawing with you to C125 for a chance at winning a $20 gift card of your choice. Start looking for them during school hours today.
Seniors, today is the last day to check your name on the composites in the windows of the activities office. This is how your name will be read at graduation and the picture used in the commencement program. Report any corrections to Mrs. Gabbard in the activities office. That's all we have for you this morning, Greyhounds.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to follow our Instagram at Carmel TV.
Until next time, I've been Cole Dangler.
And I've been Ava Lau.
Have a safe and fun spring break, Greyhounds.
Total